can go by before the person that hurt them or the institution that lied about them or didn't believe them even spares them an apology. And in this case, there was no apology. And what were parents thinking that they put them in these environments? If you know that the Catholic Church, the Baptist Church, the United Methodist are the top 3 churches with the most child abuse in it, you have to be something terrible to think that this is an okay place. That's why I won't put anyone I know in the Boy Scouts. I mean, any institution that is funded, founded, or kept going by religion is a major red flag for me. I mean, there's a reason why the Boy Scouts got away with abuse for so long. They were backed by the biggest religion in the world. So what can we tell survivors? How can we help them? Be an ally to them. I mean, I always try to make everyone know that I'm a safe space. If they want to tell me something, fine. But I tell people immediately, if you tell me something that's illegal, I'm reporting it. So if you don't want me to report, then, I mean, don't not tell me, but just be aware. I will report. I mean, someone would have to hold me down or put me or keep me in their basement for me not to tell. It just wouldn't not happen. I mean, what is wrong with people that they even have to wonder, should I report if someone tells you? I mean, you have a choice if you're the survivor. But if you're not the survivor, you don't get a choice. You report. It's simple. But I guess expecting someone to have empathy for another person might be too much to put on someone's plate. And we need to stop shunning and excommunicating people and ruining people's reputation for protecting themselves, for reporting, for being a good role model to their kids. Because at the time when their kids become adults, the kids are going to know that mommy cared enough about us to not allow a toxic male role model in our lives without communicating why this is bad. And I've taken a lot of RAIN classes to learn how to recognize bad situations so I can report. We need to get over the idea that what happens in someone else's marriage, relationship, or home is no one's business. As long as everybody is safe, happy, and they're living their life legally and okay, it's not our business. It becomes everyone's business when people can't obey the law. And just because something isn't illegal doesn't mean it's okay. There's a lot of behavior that in America wouldn't get you arrested, but doesn't make it okay. And there's a big problem when we have to think, should I report? That should never be a question. And if you are afraid for your safety, then tell someone who can safely report, or find a place where you are safe to report. Don't risk your safety to report without thinking it through. Never jeopardize your safety if you can help it. We need to make laws in this country that anyone who doesn't report suspected abuse or confirmed abuse, we need to make it criminal. And by criminal, I mean we need to arrest and put them in prison. Because there are different kinds of predators. And in my opinion, a potential predator is someone who enables other predators. They are unsafe and dangerous people to be around. If someone does not support you, push you to report, doesn't do everything they can to make you safe, whole, and advise you to get out, to leave, to divorce. These are not safe people. They need to be reported. They needed to be outed. And not everyone can do that. That's okay. Even if it takes you 20 years to tell people, do it when you're ready. But if you see them trying to hurt someone else, please report. And I was not taught about any of this when I was a child. Not when I was a young adult, not ever. This is the Christian environment I was raised. I was taught to obey authority. I was taught never to question authority, never to question religious doctrine. I mean, this religion, this form of Christianity is the most nefarious, the most insidious, the most evil way to create, maintain, and silence victims and survivors that exists. We need to eradicate this. We need to elect leaders and religious teachers that have a no tolerance policy, and they actually enforce it, and they get rid of people and report people who intentionally harm other people. Because if you don't report people, if you're not a survivor, but you know about it and you don't report it, you are enabling abuse. You are a potential predator yourself. Because if you don't think it's important enough to report, what's stopping you from doing it? Well, not much, really. And if you need a God or a religion or a law to tell you, you have to report, you are a bad person. I mean, I don't need a God to tell me to not avoid paying my taxes. I just do it because that's the way you live. The sad part about religion is it doesn't want you to think objectively. And I've never been in an abusive relationship. I've never known anyone that was in an abusive relationship. I've lived in an abusive relationship. What I mean is, being in this form of Christianity, the fundamentalist kind, is a cult. It's an abusive relationship. Which is why, one of the reasons I became an atheist. Fundamentalist Christianity is one of the most successful institutions that create victims to be victims. What I mean by that is they create, teach, and indoctrinate children and women to be compliant, subjective, submissive, less than. It's easy to victimize people when they already believe they're second class. And Christian fundamentalism is one of the most successful places for abuse to happen because of the patriarchal, sexist, homophobic, transphobic, xenophobic environment. If it's not white or male, it's dehumanized, villainized. Everything is thrown at it. Because if it doesn't benefit white men, why does it exist? Because it needs to exist. That's the answer. And this is one reason why I don't like patriarchal institutions. That's why I don't like marriage. Marriage was created to benefit men, not women. Marriage has never benefited women. It's always benefited men. Divorce, 70% of divorces are initiated by women. So divorce benefits women more than marriage benefits men. I'm not saying that every marriage, every relationship is toxic, because that's not true. I'm saying the gender roles, the traditional relationships are created, sustained, and pushed upon people because it benefits white men. And I interpret institutions where it's patriarchal leadership as a massive red flag.